Andrew Metz, another WTOP person. Let's send it out to Keith.
Right on the lakefront of Oswego. I'm here with Andrew Metz, the treasurer of College Republicans, and Nick Staiano, chairman of College Republicans. Guys, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Great, great. Now, we have a couple questions for you. The mood here is very anxious, very unknowing of what's happening tonight. There have been speculations that White may have been behind by at least 600 votes. We wanted to get a little bit more opinion on Dave White's influence for the college area, because Tom Gillen went around the college area and got interviews and went down and introduced himself. How do you think Dave White's influence in the college might have hindered his ability to get the college?
Well, the majority of college really doesn't have a say in the city elections. Only 2 halls are part of the city, and then of course you have off-campus students. It's Sheldon Hall and the Mackin Complex. So sure, it was great that Tom Gillen. It was good for his campaign that he was over there on campus, but to be honest, it really didn't help him all that much. Of course, Dave White was quoted as saying some negative things about college students, but then again, a lot of people didn't get the full quote. They didn't get the full picture that he wanted to crack down on the 5 to 10% of college students who are actually causing problems, peeing on people's cars, getting in fights in the streets, and causing serious noise issues.
Right, and that was actually one of Dave White's very, very big points, that he wanted to crack down, as you said, on the college demographic and make sure that they understand that while they're in the city of Oswego, they respect the city of Oswego. Even though they're temporary here, they need to respect the area. Now, we have Nicholas Staiano here. Nick or Nicholas?
Either way. Nick,
Okay.
Nick's fine.
So now, how have you been going? You've been involved in Dave White's campaign as well, correct?
Correct.
And now, what was your role in Dave White's campaign?
The College Republicans and we did most of the get out the vote effort. We did a lot of door-to-door. We were dropping off pamphlets about the candidates, not just Dave White, but the 4 Republican Supreme Court justices that were running, the local councilors, the county legislators, all those races. We had a big effect of going door to door and talking to people and giving out the information about these candidates so they can make an informed decision.
All right. Well, we're still going to be here all night until the election night is over, and we will give you those results as soon as we can get you them, and we will have those for you in the next coming hour or so. So stay tuned. You're watching WTOP. Back to the studio with election night.
All right, thanks, Keith. Another part of our coverage is we have Anthony Hill standing by in our newsroom. He's our results guy tonight, and I'm told he has a couple of results for us. Let's send it over to Anthony.
All right, hey Barry, I'm Anthony Hill in the WTOP newsroom. We're getting the results coming in courtesy of YNN. As of right now, we do have the winner of who won the Oswego mayoral race. It was Thomas Gillen versus Dave White. Thomas Gillen won, and what some would say by quite a landslide, 64.13%. That was Thomas Gillen's score against 35.87%. That was David White. So I have more information. We're tracking YNN, the other mayoral races. Again, Thomas Gillen is the mayor of Oswego. As of right now, he won with a vote of 64.13%. I have more information, but for right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio with you guys for more commentary.
All right, thanks, Anthony. So we're getting percentages now, 64 to 35. Let's send it back to our commentators. Adam, what do you think of those numbers? Is that surprising?
Yeah, that's still not surprising, but it's a clear mandate for the Gillen campaign. And when he comes in as mayor, I think you're going to see a lot of people jump on board with what his package of options and plans are. I mean, that is a strong amount of support. Also, though, it could just be because the other candidate did have a lot of controversial positions. So it might not be that people really love the Gillen campaign. It might just be that they don't like the other campaign.
All right, Jimmy, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, when I looked at Tom Gillen's website earlier today, I saw his endorsements. He has endorsements from all over the place. Governor Andrew Cuomo, Kirsten Gillibrand, U.S. Senator. And I think that because of all that cross-party support, that is why he's victorious in a very big way. Even some conservative parties of Oswego were supporting Tom Gillen, who is a Democrat, which to me is stunning. So I think it's surprising that he's that victorious. But, he'll hopefully get the job done, so we will see.
All right, thanks guys. We are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We have lots more commentary and we'll get more results as they come in. We're not only watching the Oswego race, we got races all over the state, Watertown, Ithaca. We're going to take a look at those results as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customer. 312-2911.
'You're watching WTOP, your home for Laker hockey.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Welcome back, Oswego, to election night coverage here on WTOP. Just to recap you, if you're just joining us, we are being told that Tom Gillen, the Democrat, has won the Oswego mayoral race, 64% to 35%. Still unofficial results, but that's what we are being told. Joining me now, Alex Rusilla, who was actually there with Tom Gillen when he found out the news that we just told you.
It was actually a much slimmer margin than that earlier, so it's obviously increased exponentially since then. But I was there live on the scene in Vona's when he found out that he won. The mood in there was actually quite ecstatic. He had a look in his eyes that he really genuinely cares about the college, the community as a whole. I actually was able to talk to him and ask him a question about how he wants to relate small business and the community with the college community and how we want to relate the two for his term.
All right, so how was he told? Were you actually there next to him?
I was not physically standing there, no, but we did get some of the sound bites from there, some of his reactions, some of the people who were there and the excitement they had.
Yeah. All right, and we played those at the top of the show if you didn't see them, and we're gonna play them again in a little while. We don't have them right now, but anything else? Did you know if he talked to Dave White, his competition?
I do not know if they communicated or not. Hopefully, if we can go to Keith Rubino, our other reporter on the scene, maybe he has some information there because he is live on the scene.
Yeah, we'll have to get that.
We'll have to see about that. But no, I do not know if there was any communication between the two parties or not.
All right, thanks, Alex, for joining me. All right, take some more news now. Consumer Reports give the iPhone 4S its stamp of approval, and job openings are at a 3-year high. Shelby Lynn has those stories and more in the Business Brief.
That will allow Italy to get its act together and deal with its debt problems. The Dow ended up more than 100 points. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also closed higher. Wall Street and stocks rallied Tuesday following the resignation of Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. The hope is that will allow Italy to get its act together and deal with its debt problems. The Dow ended up more than 100 points. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also closed higher. Wall Street and corporate bonuses are expected to plummet this year. Experts say they'll be down by 20 to 30% from 2010. International instability and an uncertain economic recovery are blamed for the decline. Don't feel too bad, though. The median bonus is still expected to be about $75,000. A possible sign of good things to come, there are a lot of jobs available. Labor Department statistics showed the number of openings in September were the highest in more than 3 years. This could indicate that companies are preparing for an improving economy. Consumer Reports has given Apple's iPhone 4S a thumbs up and says its battery life is fine. Users have been complaining about poor battery performance, which Apple says it will fix in a few weeks. Consumer Reports says it will retest the phones then. Despite the smartphone's ranking, the product review still has the iPhone behind several Android-based devices. For Business Brief, I'm Shelby Lynn.
All right, thank you. Joining me now, Adam Rupsick. He was also there with Tom Gillen. He has a little more information about the talk between the two parties.
Yes, when Gillen won, we walked out and he told us he got off the phone with Dave White. Dave White called him, they spoke. Dave White did concede to him on the phone. That's what gave them the victory, along with his campaign manager there. Had some unofficial numbers. He told us with the margin that we discussed earlier, but Gillen did talk to White on the phone, and White did concede to him on the phone.
Okay, we're being told right now that Keith has more information at Dave White's headquarters. Let's send it out to Keith.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'm still here at Steamers, and an quick update on what's going on here. Every ward has been accounted for except for the second ward, and the second ward actually might have been accounted for to begin with, and they have torn down all the ward voting signs. But what has currently happened is all the wards were outvoted with White. White was outvoted on every ward, and the highest outvote was at least 100 votes compared to White's. So what we have here now is Dave White is still here. We're waiting for a speech of some sort. However, he has refused to comment, and we don't have any more information on what's going to happen after this point. So we will come back, hopefully, to hear some kind of speech. However, we don't know what's exactly going to happen yet, and all sources point to that. So sending it back to the studio, I'm Keith Rubino reporting right here for WTOP for the election night coverage, right here at Steamers for Republican candidate Dave White. Back to you.
Keith, we're being told that one of the reasons that Dave White isn't speaking to reporters right now is there might be a little discrepancy in some of the results. I know Adam Wolf is talking to people that's there as well. Adam, do you have any more on this?
Right, so I have reporters down there for the Oswegonian, and they're telling me that he's not making any media comments. So one of the reasons might be exactly that they think there's some missing data right now, especially that controversy with the second ward. Is it reported? Is it not reported? They might want to keep their lips tight just until they know how certain the result is. However, we know with a total of 64% Gillen and 35% White, there's just no amount of missing data that would be able to overcome that sort of loss. Just none.
This is like the Bush-Gore elections all over again, with the controversy.
Right, but with such a wide margin of error where White would be allowed to have a certain margin. It's just not going to happen where there's going to be an amount of data that's missing which would allow White to overcome.
All right, thanks, guys. What we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll take a little bit more look at news from today, and we'll be standing by, and as soon as Dave White gives any comment to the media, we're going to go live there. So stay right here. We're going to hear from Dave White, and if you missed the videos of Tom Gillen earlier, we're going to show those again, so don't go anywhere.
You're watching WTOP-10, your television station.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And the Lakers oust Cortland 50 to 98-20. Something like that.
TOP, brought to you by the letter W.
Got a good thing going, and I don't wanna see it end. Oh no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP-10.
Like the number.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
All right, welcome back. We're being told we have breaking developments at the White headquarters. Let's send it out to Keith.
Go. All right, Barry, we're here at Steamers once again on lakefront of Oswego, and we are reporting on election night coverage for mayoral candidates Dave White, Republican, and Democrat Tom Gillen. And Dave White has officially left Steamers. He has officially left the building with no acceptance, no speech of what kind whatsoever. So it is safe to say that he has officially conceded his standing, and we have absolutely no idea of the official results. However, speculation and multiple Republican comments from inside the building have insinuated that Dave White has officially conceded and Tom Gillen is now the new mayoral of Oswego. So we will find out those official results later on in the evening, but for now, signing off from the studio, signing off from the area of right in here is Keith Rubino. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Keith, for that. So just to recap what Keith just said, Dave White has left Steamers, no media contact, and as you can see just 2 minutes ago when we were talking to Keith, that room behind him was completely full, now completely empty. So that's what we're being told. Oswego mayoral race is not the only one going on right now. Let's send it to Anthony Hill. I think he has an update on the Ithaca results for the Ithaca mayoral race. Anthony?
All right, that's right, Barry. Again, Oswego is not the only mayoral race that we're covering. Ithaca mayoral race review just got in. Savante Merrick, Wade Weikstra, J.R. Claiborne, Janice Kelly, and Christopher Krusner were the people who were in the race. The person who won, though, however, was Savante L. Myrick. She won by 54.27%. So that's what we have right now. We're going to see if we can get some more races and who won. We're going to send it back to Barry.
Thanks, Anthony. So let's hand it over to our commentators once again. So that's it. I think we can officially say Tom Gillen has won. Dave White has left the building. So any final words on the Oswego race? We'll go over to Adam.
Well, that's what my reporters are saying too. They're saying, you know, with Dave White having left Steamers, it looks like a clear Gillen victory, especially with those vote totals that were coming out, 64% Gillen, 35% White. And I think that is, again, not surprising. Gillen ran a much tighter campaign, much more tight than White's campaign. White was being interviewed by some of our reporters and said some really interesting things, not things you would say if you were trying to win the votes of Oswego city people, specifically, you know, that he was going to knock down a bunch of buildings in the city to make way for restoration, and that he was not a fan of the college, not a fan of the college kids. And that's just hits on two populations. The community knows where the bread is buttered, and that is the college produces a lot of jobs for this community. And then second, people don't like the idea that someone is going to come down with an iron fist and knock down homes right next to their homes. It's just not something people enjoy.
And if I can just add, Dave White himself said that he was a little rough around the edges type of guy. And if you asked him a question, he was going to give you an answer. A little bit gruff, as he put it himself.
So I think this is Oswego saying, you know, we prefer the polished guy, the guy who is better with his style, which is what the candidates were always saying was the big difference between them, was a difference in style. Oswego prefers polish.
All right, thanks, guys. Take another look at your news now. Talk about a big birthday. Florida man celebrating his 108th birthday. As Lynn Martinez shows us, this centenarian isn't slowing down.
Dr. Louis Stein celebrating his big day with a special dance.
You don't find people who are my age.
He is 108 years old and still young at heart.
He just makes everybody feel alive. He makes me feel, when I come here, he makes me feel alive.
A big bash thrown for Mr. Stein at an assisted living facility in Aventura, where he now calls home. And he loves living it up, spending his time moving to the beat.
Are you excited to go dancing?
Oh, especially when there's a tango. Oh.
His spirit continuing to amaze his family and friends.
He's unbelievable. He's like the Energizer Rabbit. He's going. His mind is sharp, just phenomenal.
It's wonderful, and I hope to be here for several years to come.
He is an amazing character, and we're really, really happy that he's been around this long.
Stein was born in 1903 when Theodore Roosevelt was in the White House. He served in the Army for 27 years as an oral surgeon, and for a man who's seen it all, he has a secret to aging well.
Wise women and strong.
All right, we're going to take one last look in with Anthony Hill for a couple more results. Anthony.
All right, we don't have results in yet. We're still trying to get some results, again, courtesy of YNN. But again, it is confirmed. I mean, there was it wasn't confirmed yet whether or not Tom Gillen won. He did win, and again, we're getting that Savante El-Merrick won in Ithaca with 54.27%. If we do get more information, I'll send it in to you guys. For now, back to you.
All right, thanks, Anthony. We're about to wrap up here. I want to thank everyone who was in the field. Alex Russillo, who joined us, Adam Rupsick in the field, Keith Rubino at Dave White's headquarters, and also my guests in the studio, Adam and Jimmy. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Barry.
Thank you very much. It was a great experience.
We'll have to do it again next year, right? That's right. All right, that's going to do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. We're here every night, Sunday through Thursday, at 10 p.m. So for those of you joining us for the first time tonight, we encourage you to watch throughout Oswego County on Channel 96 or on our live stream site. And you can always visit us at news.wtop10.com. All right, that's going to do it for us. Have a great night. Once again, Tom Gillen is the winner of the Mayor of Oswego race. That's going to do it for us. Have a great night.
Thank you.